You're not gonna build an audience. You're not gonna know what videos to post. You're not gonna have new opportunities knocking at your door, and you're gonna completely get rid of and waste this perfect opportunity because the timing is perfect right now for new and beginning YouTubers. So if you have stopped on that journey or just have hesitated to get started, this video is your come to Jesus moment, because everything that I just mentioned, that's what's at stake if you don't start hitting upload. And after watching this quick video, you're gonna be fired up and excited to get cranking away at your YouTube dreams. So let's go. If you're watching this, it's because there's a gap between what you're currently doing and what you wish you were doing. And so I think it comes down to three things. You lack confidence, you lack skills, or you're just lacking accountability. So looking at the confidence thing, you don't know what video to make. You suspect that because everybody is better than you at this point, which is how it feels, that nobody's gonna care about the videos you make or even watch them after you hit upload. Or worse, you're gonna completely embarrass yourself and you are going to get roasted and shamed in the comment section. And that's not what anybody wants, right? So there's all of these feelings, these emotions of just like not feeling confident to do the thing. And it goes back to how we see ourselves in the world and also how we think that other people see us in the world. And so we have to practice kind of like reining ourselves back in and make sure that our ego isn't keeping us from doing the important, impactful things that make for the most fulfilling life possible. So the confidence thing is a real issue, and that's kind of the big thing for most. But other people will also lack skills, and that's okay. But that is a fact of the matter. It's a barrier between where you're at now and the future version, the ideal version of you that's uploading consistent, really high quality YouTube videos, right? There's planning and doing the research and figuring out what the right topics are to make videos about, what your audience is most interested in, scripting and writing a great hook so that the first 30 seconds really pulls people in, all the way through to the titling and thumbnail and optimizing the video inside of YouTube Studio when you're uploading it and all of that stuff. There's a ton of skills, but here's the thing, you're a human. Everybody else out here making YouTube videos, nobody is more special than the other person. Some people have more experience learning video and the steps from other things in their life, and so maybe you don't have that, but that's okay. Little pro tip, we procrastinate doing the work by researching stuff about the work. We feel like before we do the thing, we need to attain the skill, which means we need to go and watch a bunch of stuff and read a bunch of articles about it. So my encouragement to you to get you from where you're at now to hitting upload, whatever step you're in that process, like say you know what the topic's gonna be and you're just like trying to figure out like bullet points or scripting or whatever, watch 20 minutes or so of videos on YouTube about that process. Pull away some common denominators, apply it, do the thing, okay? Now filming. Camera settings, where should I have my lighting? Just take it one by one. You don't need to learn all of these things and take feverish notes and then study it like it's some sort of high school exam or something before you ever even carve away at the process of making the video itself. Hopefully that makes sense. But we lack skills. That's another reason why we're not uploading more. And then we also lack accountability, and that really just goes without saying. When you're solo, nobody's there to kind of hold your feet to the flames and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And so we have to kind of just have that hard conversation with ourselves, quite frankly. And I struggle with this on the daily within content creation and keeping up with a consistent schedule, all the way through to the business that I'm trying to build right now, the hard work that needs to be done that I'm just like avoiding and looking for other things to do instead. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, what do you want? You can have anything in life that you want, but you have to go make it happen. Like you have to do the dirty work. You have to go do the hard stuff and risk embarrassment, failure, and all of the other things in between. That's part of the game. But the fact is, most people won't do that. And so it's not really that hard to stand out. And so I digress. Those are the three reasons: is lacking confidence, lacking skills, and just lacking accountability. There's a lot at stake. This is the perfect time to be doing this, especially as a beginner YouTuber. Right now, algorithm has changed. They have been adjusting things inside of YouTube and how the system works to where these small channels are getting insane views, okay? This leads to new opportunities. This leads to new attention and eyeballs, not only on you in your YouTube channel, so we'll call it personal brand, but also if you run a business, which a lot of my audience, they're solopreneurs, they're business owners in some capacity. And so we wanna use YouTube as a main marketing engine for our business. And if we can do that, I mean, that's awesome. So that's what's at stake. We got to get over this. And the irony of all of this is that the more you make, the better you get at it. So if you're trying to make something perfect off the get, expect that to not be the case. You got to get rid of that thought. It's just not going to happen, my friend. Your videos are going to suck. I mean, my videos are good sometimes and then they flop, you know, and so forget everybody's opinions. Like, you're gonna have to just start where you're at and then get better as you go. The more you make, the better you get at figuring out the ideas and validating which ideas are gonna work best for your channel and the audience that you're trying to build. Your confidence in your ability to make a good video starts to happen. Really, this is way more important than the skills thing, because the brain work that it takes, and I'm talking from like a mental, emotional, like how you view yourself and how we get in our own way, that is a much bigger hurdle for most of us to get over than learning any stupid skills about how to edit a video or how to use Canva to make a thumbnail. You can learn the skills. That's not a big deal. I can't force you to change your mental belief about yourself, but the more that you start creating and just set the ego aside and the risk of embarrassment, you set that aside enough to just hit upload, and more things start to happen for you. And that confidence is really attractive, and people are gonna sense that through the camera lens. And then it's a compound effect, really. You're also going to get better at your systems and workflow. So just how long it takes you to do these things. Videos take way longer than you expect them to. And that's something that a business coach of mine told me a few years back. He was like, Evan, no matter what it is that you're trying to do within your business, always account for it to take longer than you expect. Just be ready for that to be the reality. And dude, it's just so true. Everything takes longer than you expect it to. And so if you want to cut down on the time and the energy it takes to make a good video, you got to do more of it, okay? You get the point here. If we could reframe the goal and just say the win here is hitting upload, that's okay. At that point, it's a Super Bowl victory for us, okay? I think that's the best way to go about it. And then that's the win, and everything else can layer on after this. And this all becomes easier when you give yourself permission also to just experiment with different video types. You know, on this channel, if you go into the archives of this channel, and I've mentioned it in other videos, it's like a logbook of my life. My first video is me playing a guitar and singing an original song I wrote when I was a junior in high school. It's like 2008 or 2009, something like that. And so you can see that journey. There's a lot on the channel. And some people will say, oh, well, that confuses the algorithm and all that. Screw the algorithm. The algorithm is completely irrelevant if the hurdle that we're trying to get over is hitting upload. Like, don't worry about that. There's room for you to improve and refine over time. As soon as you get over this whole like fixated on the algorithm and all of that stuff, and you instead pour all of that energy and focus into making sure that you're communicating effectively and clearly with the person that you're aiming to reach through the camera lens when you hit record, that's where you want to stay focused. The algorithm follows what people do. And so if you speak to your camera and you speak to the person that's watching that video, the algorithm is going to follow that. Because if it resonates with one person, it resonates with 10. And if it resonates with 10, it resonates with 10,000. And the numbers can grow exponentially just like that. The algorithm sees that, the algorithm starts to help you, okay? So don't worry about appeasing the algorithm gods. That comes by providing value for people, period. And as we wrap up this video, I just want to encourage you, you're not alone. You are not alone in this. This is a huge looming issue for millions of people. And because you're on YouTube consuming content from other people who did hit upload, it starts to really feel like everybody else out there is doing the thing, and you're the only sad soul sitting on the sideline wanting to get in the game, but just doesn't have the skills or the confidence or the accountability to do so. It's not just you. The stadium is filled with people in the stands and the sidelines that want to be in the game, just like you, but they're too scared or whatever it is. They have these negative self-talk conversations and all of these reasons why they can't or they shouldn't, or it's not a good idea, or the timing's not right, or if you just had a little bit more time in your day, you could do it. But it's not just you. Just as an encouragement, and there's nothing holding you back from being on the field. There's nothing holding you back from even becoming the MVP all-star player for the team, you know? So it's all good. Hitting upload is a win. Your first view is a win. When you see the like button get smashed for the first time, go ahead and hit the like button on this if you're enjoying it. it feels good. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is an awesome feeling. In fact, I'm addicted to YouTube Studio. I'm constantly looking at the analytics to see who's watching the videos. It's awesome to know that the work that I put in weeks ago or months ago on making a quality video, that people are still consuming that content. I mean, it's just a really, really cool thing. But these are the wins that start to stack, and it builds that momentum and that confidence, and your skills naturally come by proxy because that's what you have to learn anyway. And before you realize it, you are completely over this massive hurdle of self-limiting beliefs that have been holding you back from hitting upload. So stop thinking and just hit upload. Put as minimal effort as possible into it, just so you can get through the process of going from step 1 to 100, and then do it again. And it's not about whether it was good or not. That will come with time, and it doesn't need to take a lot of time. And if this video is resonating with you, I have a link down in the description, growing your YouTube channel alongside me as I'm working on mine as well. Essentially, I'm building a private community, and I've got a wait list if you'd like to be a part of that. It's a really cool opportunity for people like you and I to support each other, to learn from each other, to collaborate with each other. And so that's what this is all about. So check out that link in the description below and throw your name on the wait list, and I will let you know in your email inbox more about that. But the fact is, right now is literally the best time to start taking YouTube seriously. And dude, trust me, after watching this video, you are going to be so fired up on truly how close you actually are to the greatest success ever in your next chapter of life, leveraging YouTube. I'll see you there in a second. Peace. No, go. It's this way. Right there. Right there. All right, cool.